Morning, fellow zombies. Are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? To those who actually are watching, they're somewhat less in a zombie state than I am. Yeah, it's August the 8th. No, yeah, that's the 18th of August. 2023. It's for a Friday, 3:12 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. Are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? I'm listening to this stuff on MSC, so I'm either out of my mind or just bored out of my mind or just trying to get back to bed. Yeah, politics is still talking. And we got another week before old Gasbag gets to turn himself in, not to mention other indictees over the last Georgia indictment situation. I should call it a party. So a grand jury decided that a lot of these people in Georgia are indicted. And what Trump does is go off half crazy, half cocked. Information's released out there and open season on people left and right. Not to mention on the people who are doing the grand jury, if I understood that correctly. And we're going to do it on the judge, we're going to do it on the prosecution, we're going to do it on everybody because everybody's out to get Donald Trump. And Trump has to survive. You know, I said it before and I'll say it again. When I turn on the YouTube these days, and I also turn on Facebook, what I'm seeing more and more is the zeros and ones. Excuse me one second. Upset stomach from last night. Sorry, had to get some milk for the stomach. I overextended. The marketing algorithms that are embedded uh, in the choices that we make. We use these platforms and they keep track of it. Google's notorious, so is YouTube. Facebook as well. They're all interacting with each other. It's not a conspiracy, it's programming, it's algorithms, it's zeros and ones at work. They want to make sure that they're going to target you and get ad revenue at the same time. You're focusing on subject matters, it's also focusing on subject matters, thinking that you have more of an interest and therefore more ad revenue one way or another. In doing so, it's like it's also a programming situation here. We got to program you to be this way. You got to program you to be this way. To react, 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 react. You must react. Well, in some circumstances, maybe. There was, excuse me, a couple of YouTubes I was watching, and it's all about the rallies in the south and southeast, or maybe along the eastern keyboard. Now, people are so enamored with Trump that they're willing to do and say anything, either to be on camera or just be out of their minds, basically. That's what they're doing right now, is being out of their minds. And they're showing this one guy yelling and screaming his head off, and he's trying to jump up and down, trying to make his opinion noted. Well, I listened, I watched, and I kept thinking to myself, why am I so tuned into these damn idiots in the first place? They're all morons. One of the channels I'm locked into on YouTube, Rebel HQ. Yeah, a few days ago they were doing with the when the indictment came out for the fourth indictment came out on Trump and multiples. And these people are screaming and yelling. They don't believe it. They don't want to hear it. They don't hear it. It's like, no, 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 it didn't happen. It didn't happen. No, 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 no. You gotta listen to me. You gotta listen to me. You gotta listen to me. I don't read books. I don't read books. I don't read anything. But you gotta listen to me. You gotta listen to me. And I'm looking at these morons that they got putting on here for people to react to. Sorry. You gotta turn this down here. Because I'm getting to that particular video they got. A Trumper, according to the title of it, a Trumper loses it after getting hit with a reality check. And he's going absolutely ape. He's jumping up and down, storm left and right, and not quite sure what the hell to make of himself. And he posts these damn things out there. This was from the Young Turks, basically. When you're at the rallies, you got to wear the rally material. And they're trying to have a conversation with this one guy. And he's going off the mouth. He thinks he knows everything. Okay, fine. He only knows what he's been programmed to know in the first place. Did he actually ever do any investigations? No. Did he actually know? I know that there had been many people lost their jobs. Well, and technically speaking, yeah, in the energy sector, maybe. The guy's saying that there are lost people in the energy sector. If they had lost the energy sector, why hadn't the business guys been talking about it on the other channels, and why hasn't that been posted much? I mean, if there are technically 70,000 jobs lost, but if there are job made, then that's also done. But here's the thing: when you get downgraded because of job loss and because of recession, it's still an indicator right there. President Biden's still holding it together. He's still trying to hold it together like crazy. He still wants this economic policy work because hopefully it would benefit with everybody. But the problem is, uh, I want to know, and so did the interviewer on the video here, who was trying to interview Mr. Psycho here. Where is he getting his information? Well, he didn't have it. If there are information coming out there from the media, that should be researched. We need to have that proven. And this guy is so adamant that he doesn't read books. He doesn't read, but he reads the internet. Anybody could do that. They can also go into the rallies and hear double speak left and right, trying to make America great again. Well, the question is in whose mind and whose attitude was America great to begin with a long time ago? At what particular point? And since we're trying to have jobs increased at this point over here, we also have a recession. Or, in my own opinion, this is all my opinion. I'm not saying, I know for a fact. Well, I'm doing it from observations. That's all I'm doing. And from the clips that the zeros and ones keep sending to me, it's my reactions that they're reacting to. Now, what's happening to me in a reality check, so my body's losing it. Last video I did, or one of the last videos I did, was regarding the COVID situation. It was one thing to get COVID alerts last semester or semester before then, regarding if we actually had anybody walking around. It was scary as hell coming into the English class second time around and seeing all the students around me. And I had 3 other students around me. I can't remember the damn full names. I got their partial names written down in a notebook somewhere. But even that, if they had the roll call done in the English class, at least that would have given us an idea who the hell we're dealing with. So I took the online course, and the online course is telling me that at first response, you're screwed, you stay home. And the second one is because I answered them differently, I get to go back. But the thing is, the caveat on this one is I need the masks to do so. I got a heavy duty respirator over here. It's not one of those fireman respirators. It's like one of those sprayer respirators that you have to put in new filters on. Carbons and also the filter on the damn thing. So, that's what I need. I mean, I've got it. I've got the filters for that damn thing. But what scares me is I'm ordering more masks. And mask I'm going to have to wear to school on Wednesday. I told him I would not be coming in Monday. I got to get myself in a situation where Saturday or Sunday, one of those 2 days, I test. And if the system's going to test me positive, I've got been exposed, and yeah, I'm going to have to stay another couple of more weeks at home and deal with Zoom on here. This is my reality. This is how I have to deal with life, not with everything else on YouTube that I have to react to. It's like, did you hear about this? Did you hear about this? It's like reacting to electronic gossip. And right now, the gossip is having an issue with me, and I'm having an issue with it. I mean, yes, I will probably do this video, put it out there on YouTube a little later. I won't be timely about it. So I have to take it easy on myself again, even worse than before, and just relax. Now, I'm already using up precious sleep time because now my body's giving me the what the hell are you doing up kind of look. So now I gotta get my stomach settled a little bit before I go back to bed and lay down and just not die. But I am worried. I had 3 shots already within the past 2 or 3 years. I hadn't had the fourth booster. I hate getting stabbed. The reason why I hadn't gotten the fourth booster, which I should have, in my age bracket and my physical condition at this point over here, yeah, it would be a prerequisite. No, it would be mandatory. But me and my own damn stubbornness, my own pride, and my own arrogance is going to get me killed. Stop being convinced of that. It's acknowledging something I'd rather not acknowledge. I mean, I do have control over this. I have control being contacting the doctor's office and telling him, look, I need to get to see a doctor. It's going to be about another month before I see a doctor at this point. And if it's a really urgent care, I have to go to the doctor's urgent care place and deal with the urgent matter at that time. But this is a long-term condition. Therefore, I've got to wait the time before my body starts killing me at that point, and either wheel myself into an emergency room or actually have the time necessary to get into the doctor's office for him to examine me. And it's not exactly the bill I'm going to be looking forward to that's really going to be putting me out. It's going to be all them damn tests. Poked, prodded, radiated, more poking, more prodding, more stabbing, shocking, whatever it takes. We're going to see if this body is healthy enough to withstand the test, and if it isn't, well, then we got a problem then, boys and girls. I always hated getting tested. It always made me feel like a damn lab rat. I keep expecting myself to turn out to be Frankenstein's monster coming out of the doctor's office, going, I'm fine! I'm fine! And fall flat on my face. What can I say? Okay, so what's to be said at this point is that's my reality I have to deal with. I already know my body's falling apart. I feel it, inside and out. I've had a lot of pain in the back. It was a dull throb. So I know it was a back situation. It was muscular, I think. Because it wasn't deep inside. It wasn't organ. It was muscular. And I'm still facing with the muscular. My body is still trying to forgive me or trying to condemn me for meals I keep eating because they're hodgepodge. They're not the greatest, but they're trying to keep me alive one way or another. In the end, trying to kill me. I made a video earlier than that regarding my schooling. Was I ready for it? Well, I thought I was. I wanted to put myself into a right mindset to understand what was going on. And yes, I went through 2 days of a math class and I was questioning it like crazy. The English class, not as much. Each English class is a challenge. It's a challenge because they have different things that you're learning or unlearning. Team building also. They're getting very hot on that these days, group presentations. Which means the kids have got to learn how to work together. And this old fart's got to be staying behind. Here's the thing. The last class that we had Wednesday, we actually were put into groups. Met our neighbor, met a couple of neighbors behind us. Here's our group. And the youngest of them, I was looking at and thinking, okay, she'll be the leader. I'm stepping back. I'm mature, but I'm an old fart, and I'm going to see how these kids react, how these kids do. I can't force myself and say, well, I'm going to be the leader now because I think you guys are doing it wrong. No, 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 no. I got to let the process go through. I have to. I had a couple of classes several years ago when I started up at the campus. One was not with health, psychology, psychology 101, and the other one was sociology. About 1 or 2 years later after that, before COVID kicked in the psychology 101 class, we were encouraged to put in groups. Well, we always on a table. There's three other geeky kids. I'll say it again, geeky, because they love to be geeks. They talk about it. They're gamers. They collect comic books. They write. They dream. So I was in the midst of Nerd City. And me being a nerd during that time, yeah. I figure, what the hell? Help these kids along. We picked a topic. Creativity. These kids had creativity. Well, actually, one was not so much. The other two were. And I'm seeing the works and their discussion of it. I led it, then I ended it. And it was interesting seeing these guys at work because we did collaborate with each other and we had fun in it. And for a couple of semesters, almost 2 years, we kept seeing each other off and on. Good friends. I have a problem with remembering names, unfortunately, but faces. If I know you, I'll remember you. And other people have better memories with their face recognition. No fair. Sociology. Apparently, I was doing all the work on this damn thing because I really didn't want to do anything but to get this credit. They really weren't group. I didn't know how to force these guys. I kept talking to the professor about it. I got the grade, but these guys got the shaft because I had to put the work and I had to put in the presentation, and it was something of a topic I knew about. But that's all right. Each group is different. Each class is different. I have to treat it the same. So now I got to get to know these kids better that I got, and see how these people interact with each other. I'm not taking the lead on this one. I'm going to let the other guys take the lead. I'm just going to be I'm probably the spokesperson for it. They want a spokesperson? Fine, I'll be a spokesperson for it. And I go off topic, but at least I get to the topic of it. What we need, what we don't need. You know, those things we had to talk about in the class anyway. But it wasn't all that bad. It wasn't all that bad. And then I got into math and liberal arts, and that's where I really went off in the other video on this one. But see, this is not the politics I have to deal with. Oh, I'm not like the maggots and the right wings and left wings and everybody else going. No, this is work inside of a classroom here that we have to understand what the hell we're going to be doing. There's going to be a presentation in the math class down the road. I don't know how the hell we're going to do this, but for the most part, I got to see what we're dealing with. For today, it's Friday. No class today. I already told him about the COVID situation. I'm taking Monday off just in case. If I happen to start getting sick during this time, well, at least I warned the math class what the hell was going on. And right now, just chilling. I'm going to head back to bed.